Hi guys, Stuart here. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 things I think can help to improve your blues guitar playing. Now, whilst these aren't the only 5 things to focus on, if you get them in your practice routine, they should help you move forwards. We're going to look at everything from note choice to phrasing, and then at the end of the video, I've recorded a real sounding solo where you can put all of this into practice. Please like and subscribe this video, and if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch with me at stuart@bluesguitaruniverse.com. Thanks for watching. The minor pentatonic scale forms the basis of many great blues guitar solos, so it's a good idea to really understand this 5-note scale, rather than just seeing it as a random pool of notes. Let's see how it works in the key of D minor. We start off with a root D, followed by a minor third F, a perfect fourth G, perfect fifth A, and then we have a minor or flattened 7th C. And then carrying on through the sequence in this position, what we refer to as the box shape, we get the root D, minor third again, F, here's the 4th G, 5th A, minor 7th C, and then finally the root D. The root, minor third and 5th, D, F and A, are the 3 notes which make up a D minor chord. So we refer to those as chord tones, and they're going to sound great if played against a D minor chord, either sustained against the chord or used as the opening or ending of a solo or a lick. When you hear people refer to the concept of targeting, that's what they're talking about, aiming for those 3 notes. The remaining 2 notes, the G and the C, are more like colour tones. They won't sound bad against a D minor chord, but they're not going to gel as well with the chord, and you'll often find that those 2 notes want to move to a chord tone. Vibrato is how you add character to a note, and it can become a really huge part of your signature sound. However, listen to all the great blues guitarists, and you'll hear that they all have their own vibrato, from a wide or fast vibrato to a narrow or slow vibrato. So it's worth thinking about which type of vibrato you want to use yourself. When practicing, I'd usually select one of those chord tones that we looked at in the minor pentatonic section, and then just think about how you want to sound the note, either slow or fast. Ultimately, that will become second nature to you, but to begin with, really think about what type of vibrato works for you, and then try it on all the chord tones and on the colour tones. Phrasing is how you turn notes into music, and for a guitarist, this means hammer-ons, pull-offs, slides and bends. As with vibrato, it wants to become a very natural part of your playing, so a good way to practice this is to take a chord tone, say for example the root, and think about all the ways you can get into that note, either from above or below. For example, from a C to a D, the minor 7th to root, slide, hammer on, bend, maybe pull off from the minor third to the root, and then you can work on devices like rakes, where you mute the strings above the note you're aiming for and then drag down to really accent that note. Rhythm and space are essential elements of any good blues solo. Rhythm in particular can give a phrase many different sounds. You can take the same idea, for example, and turn it to something else just by changing the rhythms or adding space. Increasing the space between the notes could give a phrase a different character and also stretches it out, which can be particularly useful when you're trying to create a longer solo. The last tip is to transcribe as much as you can. Listen to the great blues guitarists and work out what they played and how they played it. And if you can, write it down on the page so you really get a sense of how they used rhythm and space and what kind of rhythms are common to their playing as well. Okay, thanks for watching. We're going to put all of this into practice in a real sounding solo now.